Welcome to Cozy Nights, a nice quiet place where you can leave your troubles at the door and just relax. I'm your host, Noe, here with my friend Michael. So please sit back, get comfortable, and let's see if we can't make you laugh a little, maybe learn a little. All right, guys, you know how we do Cozy Nights. We start with the news. All these are from the News of the Weird by Chuck Shepard, John J. Cahoot, and Roland Sweet. Now, this will be my first of two last taking of this book because I feel like I'm cheating by using other people's already compiled, compilations. So after these 2 weeks of this book, I'm going to retire these books and I'm going to start finding news stories of my own. Now, they won't always be bangers like these because these guys have collected them over years.
Right.
But every Sunday, I'm going to go to the 7-Eleven and pick up some newspapers. And whatever I find, I'm going to try to spin it into some comedy. So we start with this story about a former bank manager in Pittsburgh who would punish customers who were falling back on their loan payments by spanking them.
What?
Yeah, he spanked 50 customers. He said he had no problems with them afterwards. And apparently, the ones that did have problems, he was found guilty later of misappropriating $88,000 in bank funds because he was paying the people that were going to talk about getting spanked by him.
What grown man? Just
Maybe
get your ass over here.
like bend over, you son of a bitch. You're gonna default on payment again, and you were gonna spanks the rails off of him. I don't know, man. They're like, this is the greatest day of my life. Hell if I know.
I was gonna say some people probably could use that today.
No.
You don't want to go into a bank. It's like you defaulted again. No way. Just
I don't know. I had a girl, and she, like the level of hard that you think right, and what they can take is a whole different story. You're practically fucking winding up, and it's still not hard enough. I'm like, God, your hands like fucking throbbing, and their booty cheeks are still clapping. So get something like they get spanked, not real hard. Shit is scary.
it's like you're.
It's also oddly satisfying too when you reach a level that they like and they just involuntarily moan. But that's neither here nor there.
It's like the recoil. It's like ah.
No, this ass was firm. There was no recoil.
No, I'm saying for you, it's like recoil damage.
Oh yeah, it started to hurt.
It's like this is just pain.
But I ain't no quitter. I lick my hand and go back. All right, so so in Nigeria, these 24 Nigerian fishermen were gonna lynch a witch doctor by the name of Ibrahim Hassan because they had alleged that he used magic to reduce the size of all their penises. Yeah, I know. So they were gonna kill him. The cops get there, right? And the Nigerian fishermen are like, "You don't believe us?" And they all drop their fucking pants to show them their dick size difference. And I'm like, okay, but like I don't know how do they measure it regularly? Where they're like, what the fuck's wrong with my dick? It's 3 inches smaller. And why do they attribute it to him, no less? You know what I mean?
The witch doctor did it.
Yeah, like of all the people, it had to be the witch doctor.
No, watch, it's just cold outside.
Maybe. I don't know. Does it get cold in Nigeria?
Good. Maybe cold for them.
Yeah, I guess so. But man, they must have been like, they had like fucking charts and diagrams. Like, here, officer, see? We each lost a quarter of an inch. Let's see. This next one is, so this unidentified man in a wheelchair, he rolls into a gas station in Fremont, New York. He hastily assembled a rifle. So he put that bitch together as fast as he could. And then he pointed it in front of these 2 teenagers that ran the station and demanded the money. They gave him $200, and then he forced one of them to roll him 2 blocks away to safety. So there you go.
Oh, imagine being the one to be forced.
So you with the titties, get over here. It's just some random kid. He's like 14 he's just a heavyset boy. I want to feel him bounce behind my head as you roll me away.
And how was he holding? Like, was he pointing like?
That's what I was thinking too. Like, he's just like, if you fucking even dare. The fact they waited for him to put that shit together, I would have knocked his fucking teeth out. So you put a gun together, huh? Boom!
You had to have been quick about it.
hastily. I like how they put in hastily assembled. Just here, come on, you son of a bitch, damn it, god dang. He's missing he's missing the ball. He's like he just rolls away. It's like fuck. All right, next up. So this guy named Fumitsu Okubo, so he's 65 from Toyama, Japan. He ended up choking to death because he got trapped in the seatbelt. And it was on the first day of Japan's enforcement of the mandatory seatbelt law. So, there you go. He couldn't handle it, having a seatbelt mandatorily attributed to him, I guess. Some of these I forget why I added a clip. I just put a little clip, paper clips to find the page, and I forget what I added for. Like, what was the story that was so compelling that I should have did like a different like symbol to these fucking things. But anyway, it's still fun to, here it is. Oh, this is how badly, nothing against the guys that made the book, but this book has fallen to pieces. I don't know what kind of glue they use. Like, all these pages are ripped the fuck out. This book has fallen apart on me. So this high school teacher in Fairfax, Virginia, he got transferred to an administrative job because they found a videotape. He had made a videotape on China to show the class, but he had recorded it over a film of gay sex, and he had forgot to there was still like several scenes of the gay sex acts at the end of the movie, so they got into some full Brokeback Mountain type video in class.
They got into the Tom Holland stuff.
And they're like, no, what are they doing?
They got into Tom Holland taking back shots.
They're all like, why is this Japan?
This is what happens there. Oh my God.
Or, I mean, China. All right, let's see. Next story. Or I guess I am very haphazardly on today, but don't worry, guys. I'm always like this.
This is the normal.
This is nothing new.
This is every day. It's cool.
This one is a fucked up story. This Wisconsin judge, these are two stories that I was mad about. So this Wisconsin judge, he sentenced this 25-year-old man to 3 years probation for sexual assault on a 5-year-old girl. He assaulted his girlfriend's daughter. He only got 3 years probation.
Really?
And the judge said that the girl was unusually sexually promiscuous at 5.
That.
And he was unable to fend off the girl's advances.
What? For a 5-year-old?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, you some sick sons of bitches. Now this next story is like, what the fuck? Because of the first one, right? So he gets 3 years probation for that. This guy got 35 years in prison for stealing a 12-ounce can of Spam, $2 can of Spam, 12 ounces. He got 35 years in jail.
I think those sentences should have been switched.
That's what I was thinking too. That's why I had this on together. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
That is fucked up.
It is. Oh, some men are fucking monsters.
I agree. Disgusting sons of bitches.
God damn, these papers are fucking fell to pieces, man. Jesus Christ. So the last story is these Buddhist priests in Buddhist. I don't know. It just says Buddhist priests on here. They're mostly like what, from Nepal?
Nepal. They could be from China. They could be from India. Probably Nepal would be.
So they blessed 200,000 used bras in a temple memorial service for cast-off underwear in Tokyo.
So it was Japanese Buddhist then.
Yeah. I should have probably read further. Before I just pretended they were from Nepal. That's a lot, though. 200,000 bras.
That's a lot of titties.
That's a lot of titties. That's 400,000 titties. Oh, man, I can only dream of so many titties. Last story. In 1985, a Catholic priest was arrested in Port Richey, Florida, and charged with shoplifting a package of condoms.
That's kind of ironic there, eh?
A little bit. I do find it fucking hilarious. Like, officer, I practiced safe sex with the Lord.
I was going to say it's ironic for a couple of reasons. One, for the scandals that they had. Two, because Catholics don't believe in condoms.
He did. It's got to be safe.
Evidence.
I feel bad for the regular priests that just bang women, right? On the sly. Now, even they're like, these sons of bitches running for all of us. All right.
You know what the really sad part is statistically, it's not a greater number than the general public. We just hear about it more because of the
Well, I mean, they got a higher standard of
morals.
yeah. So like, you better show up.
Apparently they don't.
Apparently they do not. It's a thing. My mom wanted me to go to Catholic school. Hell no. Growing up, dude, I'd have been fighting for my life every day. I'm gorgeous as fuck. I feel like an asshole now. By minimizing what they actually went through.
But still,
I apologize.
that's
I
fine.
have my fucking eyeballs itchy. Anyway, so now that's it for the news. We move on to Cozy Kitchen. And I have 3 recipes, one from our very own Michael. Did you poison it?
I did.
Damn. So let's start off with his. It's a homemade sloppy joes. I got fucking papers everywhere. Jesus fucking Christ. I don't know where to put this stuff. Just surrounded with shit. I'm just surrounded with shit. I'm like Charlie from Always Sunny in Philadelphia looking for Pepe Sylvia. All right, so to make this homemade sloppy joe, you need 2 pounds ground beef, 80-20. What does that mean?
80% meat, 20% fat.
Oh,
Lean ground beef, basically.
cool. 1 yellow onion,
Diced.
diced. 1/2 tablespoon of barbecue seasoning. 1 10-ounce can Rotel diced tomatoes and green chilies. Are they together or separate?
It comes together in one can.
Ooh, nice.
It's a Mexican specialty.
2/3 cup barbecue sauce, normal to thick preferred. 2 1/2 tablespoons yellow mustard. How do you even make that sure? Because that shit never comes off. How do you make it? It's exactly 2 and 1/2.
Sweetened bottle.
I gotta guess.
That's why I gave you the fuck you think an amount.
1 cup shredded cheddar or pepper jack cheese. Hamburger buns, toast if you like. Pickles for topping, optional. So, in a large skillet or cast iron skillet, cook the beef over medium heat, high heat until browned. Drain the grease, or drink it like I do. Strain that's the best part of the meat.
Straight to your settings.
Stir it out. God. Stir in the onion and seasoning. Cook about a minute. Add Rotel, barbecue sauce and mustard. Reduce heat to medium low, and simmer for about 10 minutes, stirring occasionally until heated through, and all ingredients have time to combine well. And slowly mix in the cheese and let cook for a few more minutes on simmer until the cheese begins to melt. Spoon or finger the mixture. Spoon the mixture. No. Spoon the mixture.
You put a finger on me.
Oh God. Man's got to do what man's got to do. Spoon the mixture into hamburger buns and place pickles on top if you would like. Serve hot and fresh. So, dig in. He actually made me one, so I'll tell you guys how it goes when I eat it. 2 episodes from now. Don't ask why 2 episodes from now instead of 1. All right, next we got, of course, Women's World. Women's World. The only magazine the only magazine I follow religiously.
Just doesn't have the word woman.
Thought there'd be more titties. But I wasn't disappointed. So we got barbecue chicken pizza. You need 3 teaspoons of oil, 1 shallot, thinly sliced. I don't know what a shallot is.
Small little onions that are expensive.
So just regular onions then.
Or as Uncle Roger would say, shallots are for not poor people.
Shit.
Onions are for poor people.
God day. 1 10-ounce package thin pre-baked pizza crust, 12 inches. 1/2 cup barbecue sauce. 1/2 cup shredded rotisserie chicken, about 6 ounces. 1 cup shredded cheddar, 4 ounces. 1 small tomato, seeded and chopped. 1/4 cup fresh cilantro leaves, and sliced chili peppers are optional. So, you heat oven to 450 Fahrenheit. Line plate with paper towel in nonstick skillet. Heat 2 teaspoons oil over medium heat. Add, is it shallot or shallot?
Shallot.
Shallots? Okay. I have a weird thing.
Or if you're English, it's shallot.
Shallot. I always have like a weird thing of like dropping certain words 'cause I feel like they're French. So I just say shallot. Like, like Les Miserables.
Yeah. Yeah, it's shallot, though.
Okay, so add shallot. Cook, stirring until golden and crisp, 5 to 6 minutes. Using slotted spoon transferred to paper towel. Meanwhile, place a pizza crust on baking sheet, brush top with remaining 1 tablespoon of oil. How many tablespoons? 3? Goddamn. Spread top with barbecue sauce, then sprinkle with 1 cup chicken and cheese. Sprinkle tomato and remaining half cup chicken over cheese. Bake pizza on baking sheet until cheese is melted and crust is golden, about 10 minutes. Prefer a crispier crust? Skip the baking sheet and bake pizza directly on oven rack. Or like my cousin, just throw that bitch in there. No fucking rack or nothing. Watch that bitch melt on the fucking stove body like a dumb motherfucker. Wondering why my oven's on fire all the time. Oh, I don't know, you asshole. Where's the fucking brain?
Just sitting on the coil.
Yeah, I just shit it down on the coal, fucking burning alive. Top with cooked shallot and cilantro leaves, and if desired, sliced chili pepper. And on you go. You're looking at a serving of 4, or for me, 1. Active time 15 minutes, total time 25 minutes. That's actually not that much time
No.
to make a pizza. Wow. Calories 470, protein 26 grams, fat 6 grams, 7 grams saturated, cholesterol 70 milligrams, carbs 47 grams, sodium is 1030 milligrams. Holy shit! Get that high blood pressure while you can, people. God damn, that's the highest we've had on one of these. Oh my god! Your fucking heart misses a beat. And then fiber 1 gram and sugar is 8 grams. God, that's a lot of sodium. Holy hell.
Yeah.
Next up is, our last one is some delicious Tex-Mex casserole. So we are looking at 12 white corn tortillas from 25-ounce package. I don't think it really matters, as long as you have 12 of them, right? But it's going to be a 25-ounce package. I'm sorry, I'm nitpicking. 3 cups shredded rotisserie chicken, 1 16-ounce jar salsa, 1 15.5-ounce can red kidney beans, rinsed drained, 1 10-ounce can enchilada sauce, 2 cups shredded Monterey Jack cheese, and fresh cilantro leaves are optional.
God, you can have the shits.
You heat oven to 425 Fahrenheit. Reserve 4 tortillas. Coat both sides of remaining 8 tortillas with cooking spray. Place on baking sheets. Bake, flipping once, until lightly toasted, 3 to 4 minutes per side. Cut all tortillas into 4 strips each, reserving toasted and untoasted tortillas separately. Reduce oven temperature to 350. In large bowl, mix chicken, salsa, beans, and enchilada sauce. Place half of toasted tortillas in bottom of baking sheet. Top with half of chicken mixture and 1/3 cheese. Repeat layering once. Place untoasted tortillas on top. Cook. Bake until heated through, about 30 minutes. Uncover. Top with remaining cheese. Bake until cheese is melted, 8 to 10 minutes. If desired, garnish with cilantro leaves. Now you are looking at, oh boy, calories. This is a serving of 6 for active time of 20 minutes, total time an hour. Calories is 410. Calories are 410. Protein is 35 grams. So there you go. That's all the protein you need. Fat is 15 grams, 7 grams saturated. Cholesterol is 90 milligrams. Carbs are 43 grams. Sodium is 1020 milligrams. Fiber is 3 and sugars or fiber's 3 grams and sugar is 4 grams. Holy hell! What is with the sodium today? Just want me to die, huh?
Hey, to be fair, the recipe I gave you doesn't really have that much salt.
That's good. You gotta be careful, guys. It's not just sugar. You also have to watch the salt intake. Get that
Everything in moderation.
everything in moderation. Unless you're a goon like me.
Just guzzle the grease.
I mean, like in the sexual terms. If you know what gooning is, you know, you know. If you know what gooning is, you are a goon.
What? Luckily, I don't.
I recently found out a term that I've never heard before called the Mexican flamingo. I don't know what it is. I'm too scared to look it up. All right, so we're in the episode. We still got some time, a lot of time actually. I must have fucked up on this one. So we are going to. We do have a shitload of time. What did I do wrong? What? All right, so you guys remember the story of the woman doing tricks in the bathroom,
Yes.
and that was a wild story. And then the sequel was that I came in there and they had found out what she was doing and they threw her out, and she almost got into a fist over the homeless guy outside.
Yes.
Okay, here's part 3.
Oh, God. Part 3 of the trilogy?
Yeah. Of the saga, for all I know. So I've never seen a sign like this in my life. I get to the bathroom, right? And on the front of the bathroom, it says, I kid you not, no showering.
No shower.
Yeah. There's just a sink in there and a toilet. That's exactly what I thought. I'm like, huh? They're having themselves some whore baths in these locations. I've never seen a no showering sign.
I could say no washing yourself in the sink or, worded differently, but no showering, that's a new one.
Like they're going in there and they're just fucking having themselves a bath. And just, I guess that, by the way, the floor is always wet.
Is that why?
I don't know if that's why, but it is always soaking wet.
Hang on, do they have a drain in the middle of the floor?
No, it's a regular fucking, it's just fucking soaked all the time on the floor. Always by the toilet too. I don't know if the guys can't fucking piss or it is always fucking wet in there. I would not drop my pants for nothing. I wouldn't drop my pants anywhere actually, because I only go to the restroom. Here's some too much information. I only go to the restroom butt ass naked. I do not like having any clothes near me when I'm taking a shit.
It's at home for you.
Basically, or if I got no choice, I'm gonna just put my clothes over the rail of the fucking.
It's like Costanza. Just take everything.
I'll just put it on the back of the toilet tank, right? Like, I just put this here. I'll keep my socks on, of course, but I can't because like it doesn't feel clean. Like if I wipe right and it's just on the back of my shirt, I'd feel that all the time, right, in my head. So I am always butt ass naked when I take a shit. Don't bring it to my house. You'll catch me butt ass naked
in the room and in the bathroom.
Oh man, that was probably too much information, but I don't really care. It doesn't bother me.
Just say you're Costanza.
Costanza, is that what he did?
Yeah, he takes the shirt off.
Oh, just his shirt?
Oh man,
amateur.
It's close enough. You've just taken just the next level.
Yeah, man. If I have to, like, I'll fold my clothes in the back of the tank and just fucking bomb it out. So, yeah, like I would never go to the bathroom in this fucking bed. Like, I guess if I had no choice, like, if you got to shit, you got to shit. Like sometimes, like you just gotta shit. All right, so story 2 was at work a couple days ago, and my coworker, the manager, and I, we switched places. She would cashier, and I would do the recovery, because I was exhausted from being there all day, and she didn't want to do. If I had known. There was all this stuff where I found it. I would have never agreed to it. So like I'm just zooming, I'm just chilling. No one's bothering me. I'm just working. And this customer, this regular comes in, right? And he's talking, and I realized like 15 minutes into his little monologue, he was talking to me. I was like, huh? He's talking to me? I didn't mean to be rude. Like I literally had no idea that he was talking to me.
Just ignoring him completely.
Yeah, because at the end he was like, so, no answer, huh? And I'm just like, I look around and I'm like, you talking to me? Like, I'm sorry, sir, I had no idea. So he just, like, and we just, like, that's that. I thought that was that. He goes to cash out, right? He's got his cart and he's got his mat he was going to buy. And my manager's taking the register, right? And this tweaker comes in. He comes in, right? And he grabs a bag from off of the rack. Like just a bag, and he puts this. Sometimes they put their stuff in the bag, no big deal. If they want a free bag, they can just ask, or they just grab it because they're assholes.
Right.
But he grabs his bag, and he puts his stuff in there, and then he goes to the counter. He's like, look at all these lighters, and he just starts throwing his lighters in the bag. Ha ha ha! I'm like, uh-oh. Well, I didn't see it. I think because I heard it, right? Because I was on the other side, and I was still doing my recovery stuff, and I hear my manager start screaming like, "Oh no, you don't, sir!" Because I still don't know what the hell happened. Basically, the customer that was talking to me, right? He said he was off duty, but I don't think he was an off-duty cop. I think he was like a security guard or something.
Right.
He's like, don't you go out that door. If you go out that door, I'm going to beat your ass. So the customer drops his stuff, right? He runs out to follow the guy. The guy drops his stuff in front of the door, right? And he runs out too. My manager follows him out there, trying to tell the customer, don't do anything. We have him on camera. Don't, risk your life or anything. And this is when I start hearing stuff. So I go outside, right? And I go outside, and the fucking tweaker is doing like the fucking Rocky, like like that wind-up punch. And he keeps like doing the weird like side boxing, like he's basically skipping around the customer. And the customer's trying to beat him up, right? And he's just skipping around like, you can't hit me. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, that's a tweaker for you.
He's just,
You know that cartoon lined up.
I'm like, oh my Lord. So I get out there. And the customer, he's like, if I had my gun on him, it would be over. Like, please don't.
Just one cap in that ass.
Like, that's the last thing I want him to do is to shoot a random person. It's going to be like,
But for a crackhead, they won't go down.
so
So
I was like, you can't beat a crackhead, sir. That's what I wanted to say.
you shoot him, he's still gonna be up.
So I was like, oh God, what the hell to do now? So, the manager goes back inside once I go outside, because the customer finally calmed down and he walked back from the parking lot onto the sidewalk where the store is, and the crackhead starts following him, right? So I step between the customer and the crackhead, and I just put my hand up to the crackhead and to be like, it's like the universal, like, okay, you can chill. And the customer's cussing him out behind me. The crackhead's just looking at me now instead of him. The customer goes back inside, right? And I just stand there with the fucking crackhead for like 10 seconds, just looking dead in each other's eyes. And we both realize there's no violence here. There's no need for violence either. So once he realizes he can't come in, I go back inside, and he starts pacing outside the door. I want my shit back. Because he did have his own stuff in the back. He's pacing, like, I want my shit. So he can't come in. He knows he can't come in, but he can't leave either. So I'm like, the manager gives me his stuff. She pulls out everything that's not his that he stole, right?
Yeah.
He gives him, I get his stuff, right? And I go back out there to give it to him, right? He's like, my wife died, my son died, and he fucking disappears into the night. Like fucking Batman. He just like turn around, he's fucking gone.
Instead of his parents dying, it's his wife.
I was like, what the fuck?
Crack man.
Basically, man, like you just hear him like at night giggling.
Just random shit.
It was so weird. I really did not want them to get into a fight. I didn't want the customer to shoot him. I didn't want the crackhead to stab him. I don't know why I stood in between them. I was gonna do something. I wasn't gonna do shit.
Get shot and
Yeah, I get shot and stabbed. But like because I was at the job, I had to do something, so I kept between both of them. And I was more worried about the customer because trigger happy people, they'll start blasting immediately. And I'm like, I'm not gonna get shot for any job. And then now I know for a fact that if he comes in again, the customer, he's gonna have his gun on him, and that's what I'm worried about now.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh Lord, let me get the hell out of the way before he'll probably miss and kill everybody but the guy.
See, that's why whenever you get into a situation, growing up in the hood, you hear things that sound like fireworks you drop to the ground.
Jeez, no kidding. Oh man, I don't know. It was just weird. It was surreal, very surreal. Anyway, so as I said, it was a wild week. Part two, or not part two. It's like the next story. This happened today.
Oh God.
I was coming home from work, right, and I stop at the outside. I'm at the stop sign for the parking lot, or not but just like the outside. Not that they don't really have stop signs at a parking lot that I know of.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
like the big ones do, right? But not like the smaller one. And I'm waiting for, the traffic to alleviate enough for me to turn. And a cop car rolls by real slow in front of me going, the lane the way I'm going, I want to go. And I'm like, that's weird. Why is he going so slow? So I look left, right? It's always like a split second thing too, right? Like cop car. And it's not like you think like when I explain it, it sounds like it takes like an hour. But like it's split second. So I'm like, that cop car is going real slow. And like in my head, I'm like, why? And I turn left to see why he's going so slow. And this fucking big bitch comes into frame. This big I don't know what it was a fucking flatbed truck. On this fucking flatbed truck was a fucking house. And there was a house on this fucking truck. I'm like, and it was rolling down the fucking street. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Not only does that one has has a cop escort on front, right? There's one on the side because this big bitch is so fucking wide. It took up both the lanes I wanted to go and half of the opposing traffic's lane.
Good God.
I was like, you big motherfucker. And I have a video to show you later, and if we'll try to put it into the actual video. But I was like, you have got to be kidding me. Like, it was just like, I've never seen it before. It's just it was a full fucking house. Like with
Was it a motorhome?
No.
Or not a motorhome, like a mobile home on the back of a...
No.
No?
No, that's what was scary. Actually, I'll show you now.
All right.
There she goes. This house, 3 lanes of traffic. I don't know what it's for, but it's getting driven down the road. Weird. With the timer still going. So after some expert opinion, it is a mobile home.
Yeah, it looks like a double wide trailer.
It just fucking massive, just rolling down the street. Laid back with my mind on my money and my money on my mind. I was like, you have got to be kidding me. And this car in front of me, right? I don't know what she was thinking. She was going to try to go around because she had gone into the opposite lane to try to get past it. And there was cars coming. I'm like, lady, no! And she turned back so quick.
Yeah, I would too.
Because one, the cop car would have stopped her to begin with. They would have beat the hell out of her. Get out of the fucking car. You don't see this trailer home? It just beat the brakes off of some random woman.
I mean, I'll give them credit. At least they had police escort.
Yeah, that was what I was finding surprising. That's interesting.
Like, they at least had enough intelligence to, hey, we're going to need a police escort to get through this area.
But you got it.
Okay.
At first, I was kind of worried. Like, I don't know where they came from, right? But when I saw them stopped at the stoplight, I'm like, can that thing go under the stoplight? Like, I knew it would have had to because it would have had to come across a bunch of stoplights.
Right.
But in my head, like, by the way, you know how big a stoplight is?
Way bigger than you think.
Fucking huge.
Way bigger than what you think.
Don't ever have one land on top of you. It will fucking kill you.
Yeah, they're tall. They're like, they look so small hanging out there, but
and then I did I did a thing like I was like, wait, let me take that right in my head, right? So I took the size of it in my head, and then I put it against the fucking pole, right? I'm like, hold on, that's fucking high as fuck. Like as like a comparison.
Yeah.
Like it looks tiny until you actually put it against something else in your head.
Yeah.
And like I'm like, you could probably reach the fucking light or over it. To you know, for the traffic, for the walk light.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that shit is fucking tall.
Yeah.
And wide as fuck. I don't know why it looks so small.
Perspective.
Right? I mean, it looks like it's like tiny, right?
Mm-hmm.
But man, them some big bitches.
Yeah, 'cause I think they're good. What, 3 feet tall or more?
Yeah, they look like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
3 or 4.
Yeah, they're much bigger than what you think.
Yeah.
See, that's all about perspectives.
So that means my penis is bigger than what I.
Small. It's much smaller.
Man, that was the weirdest thing I've seen today. Plus with the homeless guy, or not I don't know what he was I don't know if he was homeless or what his deal was, but like he was ready to go. Like, come on, see, about to fight like a 1940s boxing match. Yeah,
Like that's what I was thinking. The Three Stooges, where it's whoop, 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 whoop.
that's exactly what he was doing. You could see how nonchalant he was, and he's like, I don't like. He didn't want to fight him at all, but he was having fun. He was having time of his fucking life.
Crack man.
Just fucking skipping as the guy. The customer was serious as fuck. Is what I found so sad. And like, the homeless guy, like, I'm like, oh my god. Oh, that's where it's funny to me.
That's sad.
Yeah, it is sad, but I mean, it's what you got to deal with sometimes. Tis life.
Every day.
I miss Jessie Jane. The porn star. We're trying to find her obituary in the Oklahoman. I don't think it's in there.
Probably not.
Why? How dare they discriminate?
It's like, we don't service whores.
Isn't it if she's paid? Is it a paid service?
I think so.
I'm
Generally.
I'm gonna pay for it.
You're gonna write a eulogy for her?
Titties were double D's. That would be so fucking.
He's a long.
I saw one once in a newspaper, right, where this woman, her kids had gotten her the obituary, and it was the funny, like, she will not be missed. I was like, God. Because she had left them she had cheated on their father with his brother, left them for another man, and they just fucking tore into her. The word count must have been priceless for them, because the she will not be missed at the end was like the icing on the cake of everything else. I can't remember what they said above that, but they did not fucking.
They went in though, didn't they?
They were like, "Fuck this bitch." Death is too much of a luxury for her. She should suffer for eternity.
She will be burning in hell.
That's basically what they said. I was like, man, I kind of want to read, like, I don't want to read all the obituaries, but like for that, if I ever came across one that's that brutal, I'd be like, God dang. It was pretty fun. So yeah, isn't you basically pay the newspaper,
Right.
but do they have to like greenlight it, or if you pay them, it could be whatever you wanted to say?
I don't know actually.
Because I have some tasty words for certain people who when they die. Imagine someone you don't like and you just put to a obituary. You're like, fuck this mother.
I think it has to be like done by somebody that they allow to do their
Damn.
obituary.
Damn. I can't just pay for someone I don't like.
I don't know. I'd have to look into the obituary requirements.
I hope Satan makes him his bottom bitch. Hell is too good of a place for him. But yeah, if anyone knows if Jessie Jane has an obituary, let me know. I'll read it on air. She seemed like a great personality.
A normal middle-aged woman.
Yeah. I'm a thirsty man.
A thirsty man, and that thirst can't be quenched.
I'm a thirsty man. No, I was just surprised that she died. I was like, damn, that's wild. You know what I mean? Like she's what 43 and she's dead.
Yeah.
Shit is fucking crazy. It'd be like if I died of a heart attack. Well, I'm gonna steal this from Ralphie May, but you wouldn't be shocked. You know what I mean? Like I thought she was fit as hell for her whole career, her whole life. OD'd.
Drugs.
Like if I fucking died of a heart attack, you'd be like, yeah. You'd be like, oh,
Yeah.
I thought it'd be sooner.
I thought that coronary would get him sooner.
But when someone healthy dies, it's like a shock to people's system, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Like if fucking David Goggins fucking dropped dead, I'd be like, what? Of what? You know what I mean? But like if a 95-year-old guy died, he'd be like, oh, of age, right?
Right.
Or like if someone like 450 pounds fucking drops dead, like, oh, his heart gave out.
It's like,
But when someone healthy dies, it's like almost makes it seem like why am I trying to get healthy then? I'll just fucking drop dead anyway. Anyway, sorry for the rambles, but it's what we do. I hope you guys enjoyed. If we were offensive, we apologize. We don't mean to be. We never are. We just say what we say.
I do. You do. You may not, but I do.
I never mean to be offensive. I just can't control myself.
I think it's funny, so I always am. It's cool.
So tune in next time and stay cozy.